Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a respectful manner, we'll take your plate.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary at 12. My name is Hansen Der Represent.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life, that's what you see. I have a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life, that's what I live, you know, with my family and
I have a lot.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
Pleasant good evening from Newport Road in Painesville. Welcome to News Dex, 45 minutes of news from Liberia and other parts of the world. Today is Monday, February 10, 2025. My name is Marka Davis, presenting in the headlines at Liberia officially launches its local campaign for the bid for a non-permanent seat on the UN Security Council. House Speaker Richard Kuhn says the country's rich history and commitment to global peace places it in the best position to win the seat. National Elections Commission issued a word of election for the conduct of a senatorial by-election in Enema County following the funeral of late Senator Prince Johnson. Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention officially designates Liberia's National Public Health Institute as a regional center of excellence for National Public Health Institute development. And away from Liberia, a legal challenge against the controversial new land seizure law at the center of a row with U.S. President Donald Trump has been filed by the Democratic Alliance, which is part of South Africa's coalition government. The details of these developments, including the news bulletin, voices of the newsmakers, sports, are all part of this presentation. We're taking a short break to be back.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
on Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a respectful manner, we'll take your plate.
You might say what you want to say.
For rejoining us, let's cross over now to Naketa Roberts to bring us the news bulletin. Good evening.
Good evening, Marka. Good evening, everyone. As Liberia officially launches local campaign for its bid for a non-permanent seat at the United Nations Security Council, House Speaker Richard Kuhn says that Liberia's rich history and commitment to global peace places the country in the best position to win the seat. Speaking at the launch of Liberia's campaign in Monrovia on Monday, Speaker Kuhn said Liberia has championed the cause of peace, human rights, anti-human trafficking, among others. Speaker Kuhn recognized the huge responsibility that comes with Liberia taking up a seat at the UN Security Council, but noted that the country is well positioned for the task. Representing the Liberian Senate, pro tempore Yomble Kanga Lawrence pledged the Liberian Senate full support to Liberia's bid for a non-permanent seat on the UN Security Council. Senator Lawrence stressed that Liberia's journey from war to peace uniquely positioned the country to positively contribute to the global society, noting that Liberia is ready to serve and advocate for small nations. The National Election Commission has issued a rate of election for the conduct of a senatorial by-election in Neba County. It follows the death of Neba County Senator Prince Johnston on the 28th of November 2024. The Board of Commissioners of the National Election Commission, in collaboration with a special steering committee, issued the election rate on Monday alongside the publication of key dates leading to the by-election slated for Tuesday, the 22nd of April 2025. Addressing the press conference on Monday in Monrovia, acting chairman Councillor P. Tapla read and presented the rates to both election magistrates of Lower and Upper Neba County through the clerk of rates and SMOR constitute the legal and sufficient authority by the National Election Commission. Madam Reed also said the last date for nomination of aspirants by duly registered political parties, coalition, alliances, or independent aspirants for the said by-election shall be the 14th of March 2025. Receiving the rates of election on behalf of Neba County, Azato Lepore said the NEC team in Nimba is willing to conduct the senatorial by-election in Nimba and promised to do the labyrinth paperwork. The Africa Center for Disease Control and Prevention, Africa CDC, has officially designated Liberia's National Public Health Institute, MPhil, as a regional center of excellence for National Public Health Institute, NPHI development. This prestigious recognition highlights Liberia's leadership in strengthening public health system and advancing disease control across the continent. Liberia was among the 3 West African nations most severely affected by the 2014-2016 Ebola virus disease outbreak, a crisis that exposed critical gaps in public health systems. The country's response capabilities were further tested during the global COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. According to MPhil release, these experiences have significantly strengthened Liberia's public health infrastructure, disease resilience, and emergency response mechanisms, making MPhil exceptionally well-positioned to lead regional health initiatives and advance Africa health security agenda. In an official communication dated January 31st, 2025, Africa CDC Director General Dr. James Kazia formally invited MPhil Director General Dr. Duba to collaborate on regional health initiatives. The selection follows a rigorous assessment of MPhils across Africa and aligns with Africa CDC mission to enhance disease control policies and strengthen public health capacities in member states. A 25-year-old man has been charged and sent to court for allegedly setting Representative Marvin Cole's cocoa plantation ablaze in Bon County. Mossad Azako now faces serious challenges of arson and disorderly conduct following his arrest on Friday, February 7, by police officers at the Batala police station. Batala police commander Mustafa Soare confirmed that the incident occurred on Thursday, February 6, after local authorities acted on a tip from Paul Dawukala, a resident of Kors village, who urgently called for police assistance. Dawukala, while conducting a patrol from Bandio town in Kors village, discovered an abandoned motorbike along the roadside, raising suspicion. According to police investigation, he initiated a surveillance patrol and soon spotted Azanko emerging from the bushes and setting the cocoa plantation on fire. Bon County District 3 Representative Marvin Cole recently took to social media and lamented the burning of his cocoa plantation that he said he spent about $250,000 United States dollars to develop. Following the recusal of George Blambo Dixon from former Finance Minister Samuel Twe and others corruption case. Chief Justice Siani Yol has assigned Judge Roosevelt Willie to Criminal Court C to hear the case. Prosecuting lawyers have since demanded that Judge Dixon recuses himself from the case on grounds that he was conflicted. Chief Justice Yol on Monday, according to RCI judicial correspondent, assigned Judge Roosevelt Willie to Criminal Court C to particularly hear defendant Twe's in other case. Our judicial correspondent said Judge Willie's assignment means he will be between two sacred courts, Criminal Court A and Criminal Court C at the Temple of Justice. Prior to the Chief Justice's decision, Associate Justice Yami Wese ordered Judge Dixon to recuse himself from the case based on a petition filed by prosecuting lawyers to the High Court claiming that he was conflicted. The 5 former officials have since been indicted by the government of Liberia for allegedly stealing over $6 million United States dollars while serving in the Weah administration. The Liberia Telecommunications Authority, LTA, has disclosed massive progress in the construction of its new office complex in Margibi County. The $4.6 million United States dollars complex, according to LTA acting chairman Abdullah Kamara, will be completed by July this year. During a media tour of the facility over the weekend, Kamara assured that he and his team of commissioners are committed to making the telecommunications sector vibrant and productive. He explained that when they took over at the LTA about 9 months ago, the building project was at zero, with only a fence around the premises and some building materials on the ground. Abdullah Kamara assured the Liberian public that the new LTA building will portray a true sense of tech environment with modernized features such as using biometrics and facial recognitions to enter. Actual construction work on the gigantic 3-story complex are nearing completion, while finishing touches are said to be underway with dedication expected in July 2025. The new Liberia Telecommunication Authority building is located opposite the Edward B. Kessley Military Barracks in Shuffling Town, Lower Margibi County. Former Margibi County District 2 Representative Balazizi cautioned graduates of the Browning Institute of Information Technology to be freed of criminality and upgrade themselves at every given opportunity. Speaking at the post-graduation ceremony of the Browning School of Information Technology on Sunday in Lower Margibi County, Honorable Zizi encouraged parents to invest in their children's education, citing it is an investment that pays off in due time. For his part, the founder of the Browning School of Information Technology, Snotty Roberts, emphasized the importance of information technology, highlighting the need for every Liberian to have IT knowledge and basic technical vocational education skills for the forward march of the country. Former Public Works Minister Madam Ruth Coker-Collins has disclosed 3 critical areas to empowering women and inspiring change. Speaking during the program marking the induction of the leadership of the Students of Professional Institute, Madam Collins underscored education as a powerful tool for women empowerment. She encouraged the students, who are all females, to never stop learning but continue to seek quality knowledge. The former Public Works Minister, however, disclosed mentorship and support network as well as confidence and resilience as all the critical areas for empowering women. Ruth Coker-Collins, meanwhile, acknowledged the newly inducted leaders of the Institute to build a stronger team of network, as no leader succeeds alone. She at the same time motivated the student leadership of Professional Institute of Leadership to always be confident and resilient. For her part, the newly inducted president, Zineb Bai, promised to hold executive strategic meetings intended to identify challenges and derive best possible solutions. As classes resumes for the new semester at the University of Liberia, the Noble Second Floor NSF has donated assorted items to the Louis Arthur Graham's School of Law, LAGSL. The donation is aimed at creating a more conducive learning environment for law students, underscoring the organization's commitment to academic excellence and student welfare. The donated items include assorted toiletries, trash cans for classrooms, 5 whiteboards for instructional use, and 2 water dispensers to ensure students have access to safe drinking water while on campus. Presenting the items to the law school administration, Joshua Marks Myean, president of the Noble Second Floor and Fair Law students, said donating these items is a testament of the generosity and unwavering support of the organization to the school. He believes this little support will significantly help alleviate some of the challenges students endured while studying. Speaking on behalf of the students, LAWSA President Asdita Jones Howard expressed heartfelt gratitude for the support and assured that the items would be used for their intended purposes. The president of the Liberia National Bar Association has called on new members to conduct themselves with the highest ethical standards, treat their clients and colleagues with respect, and remember that the law is an instrument of justice, not a tool for personal gain. Councillor Bonavama said the law is not merely a career; it is a calling, one that depends on integrity, professionalism, and dedication to justice. He acknowledged the new members of the bar of their role, citing that it expands beyond the courtroom, but it reaches into the every fabric of the society where justice, fairness, and the rule of law must prevail. The CEO of the Dennis Institute of Professional Studies says the institution is now offering courses in education to help equip school administrators with the right skills to advance the education sector of Liberia. Speaking to RCI News on Monday, Derek Dennis highlighted the need for the other courses in education, citing that Liberia education system will not work well if those heading it are not up to standard. Meanwhile, as part of his campaign activities for the presidency of the National Association of Liberia School Principals, Derek Dennis says he is offering 50% scholarship to 50 school leaders who are interested in advancing themselves. And out of Liberia now, a legal challenge against a controversial new land seizure law at the center of a row with U.S. President Donald Trump has been filed by the Democratic Alliance DA, which is part of South Africa's coalition government. The Exploitation Act allowed for private land to be seized by the government without compensation in certain areas. Trump has frozen foreign aid to the country as a result, aligning that the land is being confiscated already. The government, which is made up of 10 parties led by the African National Congress, ANC, said the U.S. president's actions was based on a campaign of misinformation and propaganda aimed at misrepresenting their great nation. And that's RCN News. Is back to Marka Davis.
Ria TV, True events.
Ria TV, True events.
On Ria TV.
Into Truth FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrel?
The black barrel is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll take your later Liberia.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary at 12. My name is Hansen Der Capuchin.
Naketa Roberts for bringing us the news bulletin tonight. It is a regular feature here on News Deck. If you're just joining us, the top stories we are following tonight: government launches local campaign for Security Council seat as House Speaker Richard Coons says Liberia's rich history and commitment to global peace places the country in the best position. Following the funeral of late Senator Prince Johnson, National Elections Commission announced a date for senatorial by-election in Ima County. Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention officially designated Liberia's National Public Health Institute, or NPHIL, as Center of Excellence. And away from Liberia, Democratic Alliance, a member of South Africa's coalition government, challenges controversial new land seizure law. Let's bring you voices behind the news. As Liberia officially launches a local campaign for its bid for a non-permanent seat on the UN Security Council, House Speaker Richard Kun says Liberia's rich history and commitment to global peace places the country in the best position to win the seat. Speaking at the official local launch of Liberia's campaign in Monrovia on Monday, Speaker Kun said Liberia has championed the cause of peace, human rights, anti-human trafficking, among others.
We recognize the world's responsibility for security, not just for our nation, but for Africa. Liberia's unique history, reliance, and commitment to global cooperation position us as the deserving candidate for the experience. Our nation, Africa's first independent republic, has long championed self-governance, peace, and human rights. From our contribution to decolonization efforts to our active role in peacekeeping and regional diplomacy, Liberia has continuously stood for the principles on which the United Nations founded. Our champion is not just about Liberia, it is about amplifying Africa's voice in global decision making, ensuring that issues affecting our region receive the attention deserved by the high level of international community. Our post-war recovery stands as a testimony to the fact that Liberia is the most preferred candidate in this field. From hosting peacekeeping missions to contributing personnel to helping peace operations, we have demonstrated our unwavering commitment to global security. As a founding member of ECOWAS, Liberia has played an instrumental role in fostering regional peace and economic cooperation. We continue to work with neighboring countries to combat illicit financial flows.
Representing the Liberian Senate pro tempore, Youngly Kanga Lawrence pledged the Liberian Senate's full support to Liberia's bid for a non-permanent seat on the UN Security Council. Senator Lawrence stressed that Liberia's joining from war to peace uniquely positioned the country to positively contribute to the global society, noting that Liberia is ready to serve and advocate for smaller nations.
Is here to once again give full support for Liberia's candidacy for the United Security Council non-permanent seat for the term 2026-2027. Our campaign is driven by the firm commitment to a vision embodied in our slogan towards a just and peaceful world. This vision aligns with the principles of the United Nations Charter and speaks directly to the core mandate of the Security Council to maintain international peace and security. Liberia, a country that has walked the hardest path from conflict to peace, is uniquely positioned to contribute to the Security Council's work. Our joining from the devastation of war to the restoration of democracy and stability has brought us with a profound understanding of the necessity of peace, the value of justice, and the importance of inclusive governance. We have emerged as a testament to the power of reconciliation, the strength of the human spirit. We are determined to bring this experience to bear on the global stage. Today, we stand ready to serve, advocate for smaller nations, to uphold international humanitarian law, and to work collaboratively with the member states to address the complex and evolving challenges to global peace and security. Liberia's candidacy for the United Nations Security Council non-permanent seat for 2026-2027 is a testament to our belief in the power, nurturing our mixing, and our commitment to the principles of the United.
Senate Pro Tempore Oblikanga Lawrence. Earlier on, you listened to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Richard Kunde, spoke at the local launch of Liberia's campaign for a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council today in Monrovia. The National Elections Commission has issued a writ of election for the conduct of a senatorial by-election in Nimba County. It followed the death of Nimba County Senator Prince Johnson on 28th November last year. The Board of Commissioners of the NEC, in collaboration with a special steering committee, issued the election rate on Monday, alongside the publication of key dates leading to the by-election slated for Tuesday, 22 April 2025. The acting chairperson of the commission is Costa Tipla Reeves.
Of the Constitution of Nigeria states, in the event of a vacancy in election, it shall cause a death, resignation, expulsion, or otherwise. The presiding officer shall with incited dates notify the election commission thereof. The election commission shall not later than 90 days thereafter cause a by-election to be held. The National Election Commission received from her Honorable Senate a notification on January 19, 2025, informing the NEC of a vacancy in the Senate for a seat for Nimba County. In keeping with the command of Article 37, requiring the NEC to cause a by-election to be held within 90 days of being notified, I, on behalf of the Board of Commissioners, command you to issue election writ to the third election magistrate of Lower and Upper Nimba County to conduct a senatorial by-election in a prospective and signed period. That the said election shall be held on the 22nd day of April 2025 from the hour of 8 a.m. ante-meridian to 6 o'clock post-meridian, and that you will satisfy to us the Board of Commissioners by endorsement upon the members of the Court of County of Woods as to form and manage to execute this mandate. And I do hereby command that the last day of the nomination of the current by register of political parties, alliances, coalitions, or independent and current sale by election shall end on the 14th day of March 2025 at 5 o'clock post-meridian. And for so doing, they shall constitute your legal and sufficient authority given under my hand, the seal, and the National Election Commission of the Republic of Nigeria this 10th day of February 18, 2025.
She is the acting chairperson of the National Elections Commission, Constable P. Tipla Reeves, there speaking when the commission issued a writ of election for a by-election in Nimba County following the funeral of late Senator Prince Johnson. The Liberia Telecommunications Authority, LTA, have disclosed massive progress in the construction of its new office complex in Margibi County. The $4.6 million United States dollar complex, according to LTA acting chairperson Abdullah Kamara, will be completed by July this year. During a media tour of the facility over the weekend, Kamara assured that he and his team of commissioners are committed to making the telecommunications sector vibrant and productive.
How we want to structure this sector and how we want to grow this sector. We made some promises to His Excellency that will make this sector more vibrant, more productive, much more than ever before. So I'm here to show you our new building, still under construction, but at least we can have an impression of what it is. So when we started about 9 months ago, there was nothing here, only the construction material and the fence. This place was pretty much a green field. And 10 months later, this is what we have. And I mean, this is a really, really unique building, and we're going to even make it more modernized. In other words, when you come here, you will know you're in tech environment. We, being the head of the telecommunication and ICT sector, when you enter our compound and you enter our building, you'll feel and experience technology from various kinds of dashboard, entry ways you can enter with biometric, facial recognition. So we put everything that is currently modern with respect to technology that you can use in these kind of facilities. Of course, we all know there was noise about the payment to the service provider, and it's true, they were way beyond schedule, almost 7 months beyond schedule, even point in time. So we were pressurizing on that, and I believe we can. When do we expect this project? By the talking about a contractor, and when we came for the LTA, the contractor was about 7 months behind schedule. So immediately when we got on board, we said got to catch up.
Well, he's the acting chairperson of the Liberia Telecommunications Authority, Abdullah Kamara, there speaking with journalists doing a media tour of the new office complex in Shuffling Township, Lower Margibi County. As part of efforts to enhance the operation of Coast Guard personnel, the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority has handed over a patrol vessel to the Ministry of National Defense. The vessel, according to NAFA Director General Emma Glasgow, is intended to boost the operations of the Coast Guard in preventing piracy. Speaking at a dedicatory ceremony on Monday in Monrovia, Glasgow cautioned that if steps are not taken to protect Liberia's waters from illegal fishing activities, the country's resources risk rapid depletion.
On behalf of the government and the people of Liberia, I would like to once again thank the government of the United Kingdom for this generous donation that has helped us in curbing IUU fishing on our waters and also prevents piracy. Because since we've started with this vessel, we've not recorded piracy case as much as they were. I would also like to thank the Armed Forces of Liberia under the active leadership of Major General Fuller, who has lent his unflinching cooperation to NAFA. If we do not protect our waters from illegal fishing activities, our resources risk rapid depletion from IUU activity. And since we got this vessel, we do not even have the capacity, the technical capacity to sail this boat. So we rely heavily on the cooperation between the Coast Guard and NAFA to go for patrol. So out of wisdom, my team and I said, but we keep this boat here for almost a year or a couple of months, and the only time we use it is for fisheries patrol. But on the other hand, we noticed that this is the biggest patrol vessel Liberia has right now. Our Coast Guard are incapacitated. They don't have boat enough to fill our waters, to patrol our waters. And the last time they had a patrol was with Sea Shepherd. I don't know if that arrangement still exists. So out of our wisdom, my team and I decided, I said, but I think it will be our best approach for us to officially turn over this boat to the Coast Guard under the Ministry of Defense. And whenever there's a need for a joint patrol, we can now facilitate the use of this by providing the fuel and any other associated maintenance costs at the time. But instead of it being done, so the ministry has taken the full responsibility now to maintain this asset. I see that this is a milestone achievement to our long-standing relationship between the Agricultural Authority, especially under the auspices of the Minister of Defense.
Receiving the boat, the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, Major General Davis Naketa lauded NAFA for such gesture, terming as timely for the Coast Guard's effective operations. He meanwhile showed the Coast Guard's commitment to effectively ensuring that they fight crimes on the coast and provide maximum protection for Liberia's resources.
The armed forces of Liberia must be very happy today to see what is happening here. There wouldn't have been a better time to have this. I can recall when I was chief of operations yesterday, we were a bit more active. We have few vessels and we used to do couples of patrols. It may interest you to note that the Coast Guard is one of the security institutions that generate money for government. A lot of people don't know this, but we are challenged in the absence of these kind of assets. We cannot be more functional as we should be. Today, we are so happy, Madam Glasgow, to see this great meeting here today where you will be signing an MOU and turning over this boat that we think it is very mission capable to be used by our Coast Guard. We are aware of the crimes on sea, not only illegal fishing. There are a lot that go on the sea. We know that the high degree of piracy. We know that there are transshipment illegal. We know that there are drugs movement to give results. We can assure you, Madam Glasgow and your team, and to our partners, we want to say thank you that you have been very supportive, be it to the fisheries, now the fisheries to us. So, you know, they say the friend of my friend is my friend. So you to the fisheries, now the fisheries to us. We will use this boat for its intended purpose.
Well, the voice of the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, Major General Davis Naketa. The speaking earlier on was the Director General of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, Emma Glasgow. They spoke when the NAFA turned over the boat to the Coast Guard. Well, at this point, let's cross over now to Edwin Batafoyan to bring us sports tonight on News Dex. Good evening, Edwin.
Good evening, Marka, and good evening, everyone. The Liberia Basketball Association at the weekend gave Fred Proud a Lifetime Achievement Award for his numerous contributions towards sports development, especially basketball in Liberia. The award was given on Saturday during the year-end award ceremony of the Liberia Basketball Association, where several awards were presented in recognition of the best performers during the 2024 league season on Saturday, February 8 at the SKD Basketball Gymnasium in Painesville. The president of the Liberia Basketball Association, Ibrahim Samuka, recounted numerous gains made by the federation on his watch, highlighting the lifting of suspension or ban by FIBA Africa, the participation of the under 18 male and female teams in international competition for the first time since 2007, hosting of the WBLA Zone 3 competition, amongst others. Joel Montour of Monte Barrow won both MVP top and Hadjes a 6, while Oman Samba and Joab Chizuba or for Monte Barrow accumulated an award each, with Omar winning the first division overall MVP. Monte Barrow badged home $150,000 as cash prize for emerging victorious as first division champions, while Commissioner ladies walk away with $200,000 for winning the female category championship. Our Kings took home $125,000 as second division champions. The Liberia Kickball Federation has announced Saturday, February 23, 2025, as the date for their awards ceremony. Speaking of sports talks over the weekend, the president of the federation, Emmanuel Surprise, will disclose that the program is expected to be held at the Kickball Federation open playing page at the SKD Sports Complex in Painesville. He praised his team of officials who have over the years proven to be productive, something he said is leading to the betterment of the federation. President Emmanuel Surprise will named Amin Wisse as chair of the committee, James Walker as co-chair, Augustine Bryant as secretary, Emma McCarthy as member, Solomon Soli and others as members of the committee. He added that their appointment is with immediate effect, as they have been charged with the responsibility of ensuring that the award ceremony is successfully hosted. The Sports Writers Association of Liberia (SWA) has urged the government of Liberia to reconsider its decision to halt funding of youth football teams due to financial constraints. The move, according to the sports writers, will prevent Liberia from participating in key continental youth competition in 2025, has sparked concerns about the long-term impact on the country's football development. The Liberian Football Association President Mustafa Raji announced on Thursday, February 6, that the administration of President Joseph Boakai had officially communicated its inability to finance the country's under-15 17, 20, and 23 national teams due to budgetary limitations. The decision effectively rules Liberia out of upcoming Confederation of African Football CAF and FIFA organized youth tournaments. Sports Associations of Liberia President Vernon Kamara described the government moves in a release as untimely and potentially damaging the youth football prospect. He emphasized that while economic challenges are real, completely cutting off funding for youth programs is a mistake that could set back Liberia football for years. Staying at the Liberian Football Association, the Orange Cup around 16 matches came to an end over the weekend. Shatta FC suffered 6-2 defeat to Blackman Warriors, while Leska FC recorded a 6-2 victory over Sino and PA Angers. Invincible 11 RE defeated Heaven 11 3 goals to 2 at the SKD practice pitch, while Matip Barrow walked out of the competition following a 3-2 post-match penalty defeat to Watanga. Defending champions Pinzo FC were both out of the competition following a 2-0 defeat to Discovery Sports Association. And away from Liberia, Manchester City will host Championship strugglers Plymouth Anglade in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Anglade have been rewarded for knocking out Premier League leaders. UEFA Champions League group winner Liverpool with a tie against the reigning English champions. Holders Manchester United will face Fulham, while Newcastle United will play Brighton, and Bournemouth will take on Wolverhampton Wanderers. In all top flight affairs, League One Estonia will welcome either Nottingham Forest or RP Switch to James Park, and Aston Villa will play Cardiff City. The 5th round is scheduled to take place this weekend. That's the weekend of the 1st and 2nd of March. That's it for the sports.
Ria TV, True Events.
Batafoyan for bringing us sports tonight on News Dex. It is a regular feature on the news program. Today's development, the Chief Executive Officer of the Dennis Institute of Professional Studies says the institution is now offering courses in education to help equip school administrators with the right skill to advance the education sector of Liberia. Speaking to RCR News on Monday, Derek Dennis highlighted the need for other courses in the education sector, citing the Liberia education system will not work well if those heading it are not up to standard.
We are just for the speaking to operate other programs to be able to cover this area of education. So we are now bringing on board school leadership and that of course strategic planning, school management and administration. And we are now also adding school finance and budgeting. So we want to cover the principals, we want to cover the vice principal for administration, for instruction, we want to cover the registrar, business manager, all those in the area of education, so that we can be able to beef up their skills in quality leadership, as our education system will now work well if those in the system are now up to the standard.
Meanwhile, as part of his campaign activities for the presidency of the National Association of Liberia School Principals, Derek Dennis says he is offering 50% scholarship to 50 school leaders who are interested in advancing themselves.
Contesting the presidency of the National Association of Liberia School Principals, and as part of my campaign activity, we are offering 50% scholarship to about 50 school leaders. So those that will come to register, the registration process started last week, and since campaign activity began this week, we are pushing up to that. So 50% scholarship. So those who are paying $50 for 3 months will now be paying $25.
Well, finally, former Margibi County District 2 Representative Balazeze has cautioned graduates of the Browning Institute of Information Technology to be free from criminality and upgrade themselves at every given opportunity. Speaking at the first graduation ceremony of the Browning School of Information Technology on Sunday in Dolostown, Margibi County, Honorable Zeze encouraged parents to invest in their children's education, citing it is an investment that pays off in due time.
For criminality. That piece of PhD in they're not getting involved. They have something they are on the street, they just want for them to eat. But 20 years it's not a thing anymore. Admire you. If you owe, that they could take care of you. They cannot
Well, yes, former Margibi County District 2 Representative Ala Zeze, there speaking during the first graduation of the Browning Institute of Information Technology in Margibi County. This is how we love to go home tonight on News Dex. But before we go, the top stories we followed. Government launches local campaign for Security Council seat at the United Nations as House Speaker Richard Cohn says Liberia's rich history and commitment to global peace places the country in the best position. Following the funeral of late Nema County Senator Prince Johnson, National Elections Commission announces date for senatorial by-election in Nema County. Africa Center for Disease Control and Prevention officially designates Liberia's National Public Health Institute, or NPHIL, as a regional center of excellence. And of the home front, Democratic Alliance, a member of South Africa's coalition government, challenges controversial new land seizure law in that country. Many thanks to all of you for your listening role. Thanks to our reporters, writers, correspondents, and our editors for making this edition of News Dex a success. Thanks for those who follow us on Real TV. Naketa Roberts brought the news bulletin tonight. Edwin Batafoyan read the sports news. Kopa Sangasara controlled and coordinated the sounds. Myean Torgbean has been behind the cameras. Thanks to our sponsors, Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. My name is Marka Davis. Good night.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV.
Into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll take your data Liberia.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary of 12. My name is Hansen there represent.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life, that's what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life, that's what I live, you know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads in this country.
Yeah, we are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just said previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to True FM 96.1.